Peselancar lokal Irawan dan Hiroto Mori lolos ke putaran ke-96 di kejuaraan Nias Pro ke-5000. Nias Selatan, HARIAN-NIAS.com, hari pembukaan, Sabtu, tanggal 8 Juni tahun 2024. Kejuaraan World Surf League Nias Pro 2024 ke-5000 telah berlangsung dengan penuh semangat dan aksi menegangkan di atas ombak. Dua peselancar yang berhasil menonjol adalah Irawan dari Indonesia dan Hiroto Mori dari Jepang. Irawan menunjukkan penampilan gemilang dengan mencetak total poin tertinggi di antara peselancar lainnya, yakni 16.93. Dengan skor yang fantastis tersebut, berhasil melaju ke putaran ke-96 dan akan berkompetisi di hit 1. Keberhasilannya ini membawa harapan bagi para pendukungnya untuk terus melihat penampilan luar biasa dari peselancar lokal. Sementara itu, Hiroto Mori dari Jepang juga berhasil menarik perhatian dengan penampilannya yang konsisten. Dengan total poin pukul 7.43, Mori berhasil melangkah ke putaran ke-96 dan akan bersaing di hit 2. Keberhasilan Mori ini menunjukkan bahwa peselancar internasional juga memiliki potensi untuk bersaing ketat dalam kompetisi ini. Namun, tidak semua peselancar memiliki nasib baik di hari pembukaan ini. Ganapati Rameshailer dari Sri Lanka harus tersingkir setelah mendapatkan total poin pukul 4, menempatkannya di peringkat 97 dan tereliminasi dari kompetisi. Begitu juga dengan Adrian Ariston dari Indonesia, yang hanya mampu mencatatkan poin pukul 1.17 dan harus puas berada di peringkat 113, juga tersingkir dari kompetisi. Meskipun demikian, semangat para peselancar tetap tinggi untuk melanjutkan perjuangan mereka di kompetisi ini. Dengan berbagai kejutan dan persaingan yang menarik, kejuaraan Nias Pro ke-5000 di Teluk Lagundri ini diharapkan akan semakin memanas di hari-hari mendatang. Para penonton di seluruh dunia pun tak sabar untuk melihat bagaimana kisah seru ini akan berkembang di atas ombak yang menantang. Seperti apa penampilannya? Mari kita saksikan bersama.
Ramesh looks like he might have found something he likes. He's on the hunt. Let's have a look. He is a goofy footer.
Oh, go.
Oh, yes, young man. Nice try. Just a bit wobbly. Ended up drifting a little high on the line that is required. Down he goes. Has he broken his board?
I think he has, mate.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
Oh, what a story.
Has he got a mate on the beach? What does he do?
A bit of heartbreak here, Mark. This is our surfer from Sri Lanka who saved up all his cash to come and compete at Nias. First wave goes over the handlebars inside the tube and snaps his board. Let's hope he can get out there and get amongst it. Come on, Ramesh, you got it in you, son.
So this is Adrian using his priority. Down he goes.
Well, the Nias Pro, not even half a heat old. We've got a bit of drama already.
Well,
Ramesh Halia from Sri Lanka has pulled in pig dog style, just a little bit high and gone over the handlebars and snapped his favourite shooter in half. Well, let's hope he can get out there, mate, and give it another go.
Had a little bit of everything on our first four waves. We've seen a tube by Irawan. We've seen some turns by Mori. We've seen Adrian do something, but not a lot. He's obviously a little bit less experienced. And Ganapati pulling into a tube, breaking his board. So, wow, that is such a hard moment. There he is. He's out in the channel. Try and paddle that thing in. He's actually, I wonder if he had a caddy sitting out there, because I can see someone in skins paddling the back half. So I hope he did. Because you're allowed to use caddies, right?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the same rules apply as in Cruy, where you could have a caddy sit out in that area. That, I mean, they can't paddle into the lineup and throw your board at you because, you know, they're going to get in the way. But I'll just do the sneaky look over a left shoulder, Mark, and he is paddling to someone in the channel, so that's great news.
All right, there's the indicator in the background, everybody. This wave here, pre-earthquake, was just an absolute golden, you know, top to bottom, easy make barrel. These days, guys still surf it, not as often, and you do not want to fall off, Bill.
I tell you what, I had a little bit of a chat to Josh Kerr this morning.
Yeah.
He reckons he's going to surf a couple before his heat out there.
Well, good on him. And why not?
I'd back him.
If you pick the right angle, the right wave, and you take the right line, and you don't get too greedy, and, you know, when you're out, get out. Don't try and remilk it. It can be still offer an amazing tube ride. Have a look at this set breaking up there now, Bill. Check the picture. Wow.
Wow, look at that outside business going on. Picturesque bay is Lagundari.
Yep, watch this thing.
It's called an indicator for a reason, Mark,
There
and
it
one
is.
is showing its face now.
Blues on the inside. Irawan's having a good think about this. Let's have a look at the local knowledge. The drone footage here he is, straight back in the tube.
Oh.
Quick little weave, high line, all day long, every day. Ram.
He hasn't got his hair wet.
Super. Probably not. He has now. Super high speed carve down coming out of the tube. It can be pretty difficult to control your speed doing that move because you're going really, really fast coming out of that pit. So, showing his local knowledge, Bill. 2 really good waves, 2 barrels, 2 carve downs. Judges now got to decide whether that was a better tube than his first. And there's the scene of what you look at when you're sitting in the lineup. You look over at the point. Here, this is a good one, Bill. Have a
Love
look
the
at this.
front on view, mate. You can see that they totally disappear when they get a really good funnel. You don't see the front of the board, you know, you don't see their front hand. So that was a pretty decent one by Irawan.
Maybe a little bigger.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that wave was a bit bigger.
Yeah. And definitely showing the way, that local knowledge apparent. Not sure what is happening with our Sri Lankan
He's
surfer.
back in the lineup.
He's
There
back
he
in
is.
there?
Yep, there
Number
he is.
white,
He's in
there
white.
he is, yep. Beautiful.
So that's the scene on the beachfront, everybody. It's a busy little spot these days, unlike the very first time I came here, Bill, 30 years ago.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, 94 when we had our first ACC event ever here at the point. Definitely looked a bit different to that.
Yeah, well, it was a different landscape as well, wasn't it? It was about 4 metres subterranean.
The reef, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and because of that, water used to wash right through the beachfront on big swells, high tides like today. Water would wash right up. Everybody stayed in huts on stilts. Water would wash underneath those. It would wash all the way to the road, which is just to the back of these huts and buildings. The wave started barreling properly once it got sort of in that 5 to 6 foot range, Bill. But days like this, right, later on when the tide drops out, what you're going to see is you're going to see more tubes. You're going to see the 2 and 3 footers will drain off amazingly, you know. The bigger ones will still barrel and barrel good, but it's those inside double ups when it's this size that really go nuts.
And that didn't happen pre-earthquake.
Nah, they were a bit slopey and just turns, you know, good turns, good fun. But it didn't even barrel. If it was a 2 to 3 foot day all day, you'd be lucky to saw anyone get tubed. These days, it's a little different. It's probably one of the only waves that has been favoured by the earthquake. And scores in a 7.67 for Irawan's second tube, so a 1.5 better. A bigger wave, a nice little disappearing show, probably a more quality kind of carve down as well that time. So he's the only one with 2 waves. He's got a whopping total already. He's just about, well, he's comboed everyone.
Yep. What a way to start off the crew. Hey, there it is.
There it is. First look, didn't take long.
What a way to start off the Nias Pro. A couple of big tubes from Irawan. It was a bit of a trek to get here from Koori, wasn't it? We had a couple of flights. We had a few bus rides. Staying there in a bugger resort. How good was the gala dinner last night? Food was excellent. The band was cranking.
Yep.
It was really good stuff down there. Thank you to all the crew at the bugger resort and hotel.
Speakers were well and truly turned up to 12 out of 10, as they do at any ceremony or function.
Yep.
But that's cool. It's a big deal for them, and there was a lot of dignitaries down there, mate. The government, sole sponsors of this event again.
Yeah, that's right, mate. The Nias Pro for this year, 2024, presented by the government of Nias Selatan. We thank them for their support. It's one of the only places in the world, first Krui and now Nias, that the sole supporter is the government. So we thank you and everyone involved in that. It's organised by the PSOE, and the ASC media team is bringing you this footage from Lagundri Bay. How good is it? Stoked to be here with you, Mark. Let's have a good 128 strong field of men, 60 women and some pro juniors thrown in there. It's going to be a busy week.
It is a little less hectic than what we had at Krui, but the numbers are still large. I think we're still above 250 competitors across those 4 divisions. The men now are paddling out. Oh, look at that thing in the background, mate.
Wow.
That is like Kersey. Get out there.
Yeah, come on.
Someone. Are you kidding me? That is just great drone footage, thanks to Ryan. Another one unloads behind it. Check it out. It's just a perfect wave, really. You just don't want to know what's underneath that water, but if you make it, it's all smiles. If not, you probably need some betadine and some Band-Aids. Big old paddle now for Red Bill.
Yeah, Hiroto has priority on the backhand. Can be a little bit difficult for the goofy footers, so electing to hit the ejection button and not getting inside.
No.
Well, you've got to stay high, don't you, Mark? We touched
hang
that
on, watch
before.
this.
This is our Sri Lankan surfer. He knows how to ride a tube. Get in there, Ramesh, and make it out this time. He does. He pig dogs it. Come on. No. Just gets clipped on the end. The drama.
That was a big wave, Bill. You could see his board just skittering a little bit. The goofy footers. Generally, this is... Oh, let's watch Irawan.
Yeah, this is how you do it.
Oh, my God. There we go. 3 waves, 3 tubes. No carve down this time. Little funky flick out. But he knows which waves to catch, buddy, and he knows the line that is needed.
He certainly does.
So sick.
It's that easy when you've got the knowledge, Mark, and when you don't, it's hang on. You've got to work it out. For a little while, you know, it's not a wave pool. It's going to change up and down as it hits the reef. So, you know, Ramesh will be learning from those 2 waves, and let's hope he can get a full tube all the way through the channel before this heat has going to finish in 9 minutes' time.
Man, here we go. Replays. Everybody watch this. The giant. Well, this is the front on angle. There we go. A bit of a stand tall pump. The thing breathes him out, and he's pretty happy with his morning's work. 3 waves, 3 great tubes. This was kind of looking all right for a little while. I think his board got a bit skittery.
It was good until right about now. Right on the end, it kind of didn't even clamp that much, but it doesn't take much to clip you in the back of the head when you're a goofy footer, and it's all over.
Man, like I think it looked like he swapped boards onto an epoxy.
Right.
And it just looked a bit unstable. He was trying to hold a line, and he had it looking sweet right from the takeoff, right? And then it kind of just got a little funky, and his board was just started skittering out. And I think the epoxy on that size wave, when you're going that fast, trying to hold a line in a mean, steep barrel, did not pay dividends. Here we go. So this is green. Adrian.
Oh, decides against it. Running off a little fast. So Adrian Wow with one wave to his name, a 1.17.
Oh, look at these things. Come on. We've had about 80 to 100 free surfers out here every day. There is no leftovers. Here comes a nice double up. Look at this thing.
Yeah, look at that draining off the reef system, Mark. And who is in the spot with priority? It's Irawan. He knows how to ride a tube. Talk us through it, brother.
All right. This time he drops to the bottom. He pulls up, bides his time. 4 waves, 4 tubes. Business as usual. He does that all day long, every day. And you've got to feel sorry for Adrian, who paddled for the wave before and put himself out of position. He might have got clobbered, actually. Look at these things. Could not have asked for a better way to kick off this year's Pro, Bill.
No, fantastic. It's great to be here. Good news for Ramesh. His board's in one piece. So things going on the up for
Look
the
at
Sri
these little
Lankan.
doubling things going on. Like, see, this is probably not going to connect. Yep, I can see it. But there's a lot of little double ups going on in the ocean, and this fella's just found every one of them. How was that quick
deep
pull up? Critical takeoff. That was so gnarly.
Makes it look easy though, mate.
That's just practice. He can do it blindfold. Look at this thing. Somebody. He goes canopy. He goes Ramesh. Let's go with Ramesh. This time, maybe some turns, brother. Come on.
Oh, that's a good looking front on angle. It's great to see him complete a good tight turn in the pocket. Wraps around, gets onto that pesky whitewater again. All right, I like it.
Guess who? No tube, what?
Better just slice the dice in the pocket there for Irawan. Nice little tail drift. The wave gets the better of it. Mark, some massive numbers coming through.
It certainly is. The 893 for his last wave, the 8 for his previous ride, and he's throwing away numbers that would be anyone else would be happy with. Would be still getting second probably with his second numbers, or winning with his second numbers. Throwing away a 617 and a 767. Irawan set a mean standard here this morning, mate. Everyone's going to take a leaf out of that. Judges sending the clear message. Lagundri Bay, we're here for a reason. We want to see some stand tall pits.
We got him.
We got him. Yeah, well, Irawan's got 4 of them. So that's how you do it, folks. What a perfect display of Lagundri Bay knowledge and the line that is necessary. He's barely done any turns. He's got a whopping total, 17 points just about. He's still got 5 minutes to stomp another one. Maury picks up priority. Forget about winning. He needs 17 points. It's all about second. So I like the fact that Ramesh in the white went to some turns that time, because the tube riding didn't pay off, and he's gone, okay, I'm better than that. I'm not far off second spot. Do some turns. He only locks in a 2-6, but it's better than a fall off. And he's just got to learn fast here. He's got probably one more opportunity to track down just a 191 at this stage, but Maury needs to just only upgrade at 0.67. So apart from the blue column, there's really been no joy for the other 3.
No, it's been one-way traffic all from Irawan Wa'u. This is the first heat of the Nias Pro. It's going to be like this for a good few days into the draw. Another swell coming. We'll see if that gets here on time. But wow, what a start. Really encouraging to see the Sri Lankan surfer out here, because, Mark, it wasn't that long ago. It's kind of the same deal for Indonesians going overseas, you know, or Indonesia surf. That's really weird. Hope they do well.
Yep.
Now Rio's on tour, and we've got kids dominating up and down the QS.
So Maury will be very nervous here. He needs to just upgrade a 0.67. His last wave, he had such a good opportunity to get barreled, but he kind of balked at it and decided to take the low line, and the thing just raced off without him. You see that happen a lot out here, Bill. If you don't know and you're not prepared to have a red-hot crack, this wave will leave you behind in a blink of an eyelid. And that's exactly what happened to Roto on his second wave.
It's not a fun place to be, that white water, is it?
Well, look, it was a potentially 6 or 7 point wave that he caught, and he turned it into a 0.67 by not pulling in.
Not committing.
He probably maybe hasn't had enough warm-up waves out here either, because you can't get one when there's 80 people out. It's really tough. I'm not sure whether he's been here before, but it was just showing a bit of lack of confidence. He's still in second place. He can still get there. He's just got to fend off Ramesh here. Hopefully they both get another shot at it. Look at Irawan just being sneaky under their guard.
He knows.
Yep. Go deep. Hope you've enjoyed the first heat, everybody. This will be a long 8 days. Big draw. Lots of famous surfers. There are dudes seeded all the way through to the round of 64. A lot of big hitters have come here to play, because the word on the street is you get Lagundri Bay with 3 other dudes and priority.
Unheard of.
Man. And Josh Kerr was pretty happy he got his entry in late, because he starts in round 1. He said that at Cruy.
Sneaky, sneaky. He'll be riding twin fins the entire event.
Is that what he said?
Told me this morning the only reason he rode a quad was because he was going left at Cruy.
All right.
So it's twin fins or nothing.
All right. I like it. If anyone can get away with that, it's JK. So, one more chance. Look at the indicator going nuts, guys. There's been 4 waves. Look at these lines stretching out into the lagoon. There's a nice little wave here. Irawan's making these guys make a choice.
Oh.
No one bites at it. There's
like
still
that.
more opportunity rolling in. Top priority sits with red. So this time, Hiroto, get a wave and pull in.
He's not looking interested,
He
mate.
doesn't want a piece of this one. White does, though. Here we go.
Yeah, come on, Ramesh. This is our Sri Lankan surfer. Great front on view. The goofy foot has had a couple of bites at it. Hasn't really paid off. And again,
Ouch.
that lip gets the better of him, Mark.
Damn, he needs a 191. He just needed to perhaps not take off quite as deep, get on the hoof early. Here goes Irawan, making red take this wave, and he has to.
Yeah, the Japanese surfer. Now see how this goofy footer goes. No tubes, it's turns time. That requirement, what are we looking at there? Oh, big combination. No way, he's just trying to better his second position.
Yeah. Yep, he's burned off his .67. He wouldn't have got the judges too excited with that performance. But this leaves Irawan lurking around out the back. Let's get back on him. Is there another wave for blue?
He's a gnarly competitor, isn't he? He's got them in combo land and he's pressuring them into every little set that comes through. I like it.
Well, you could see Irawan we're talking about. You could see he wanted another wave.
Yeah.
And if anybody didn't take any one of them, they were all golden waves. If anybody didn't take, he was straight into it. So he's still sitting there in the blue. He's on the hunt. I bet he goes a small little one. He's got a good air game too, this Irawan.
Really?
Yeah. He's really radical. He doesn't mind hitting the lip and he doesn't mind spinning the wheels and he can bust a big air. So let's see what he's got this time.
Oh.
Well, doesn't matter. An 8.93 and an 8 in the bank with 10 seconds to go. What an effort. We're definitely going to have to make note of those numbers on our highlight sheet, Bill. 4 seconds to go. It's looking like the Japanese surfer. He's added a 3-something, a 3.6 to his tally. So a low number for second. A great effort from this man on screen in the blue. Well done, Irawan. Wow. We'll throw to a quick break. Bill, you can do the first post-heat interview. And we'll be back shortly, everyone. Stick around.